I know is when you hold me, I still feel lonely, lonely when you hold me.
I can't remember if I was home educated when I drew it or not. I don't think I was. It was like 6 months ago. And like, because all of my wall looks really awful now because of all the posters that used to be plastered on it. Like, my mum was like, yeah, you can do anything with that wall now because you've like messed it up. So I was looking through photos and I saw a mandala and I was just like, yeah, I want to draw that. And like I kind of took the initial idea and then like did my own thing. And like, it's not actually finished yet. Like, there's certain bits of it that I need to keep doing. It feels like the one thing that I know I can definitely change and it like just be completely my thing. I really like having memories, like that aren't on Facebook. I think some elements of the internet are good, but most of it's bad. I love Facebook and I'm on it, but I do think that it should leave. And pornography is a massive one. Just the way that it makes sex and what girls look like something so different to how it should be. Just gives boys this false reality of like how a girl should look and why she should look this way. And I don't know, I think that it's really affecting like especially our generation because now it's got like so bad. It's not just porn now, it's like there's like photos of like films women pretending to be raped and stuff. And I just think it's really disturbing that boys like as young as 10 are exposed to that. Because I am tall and obviously I'm not as skinny as a lot of my friends, and it just like I've had such a big thing around it. It's taken me such a long time to come to a place of like accepting how I look. And like it just doesn't help. Wherever I look I see something that isn't me at all. And like I used to have little plaster all over my wall, and I think that's kind of why I took it down, because there was all these skinny people on my wall that were like looking at me.
Mainly like memories, I guess, stuff, why I have learned, stuff that I've bought to remind myself what I've had.
And if the house were gonna like set on fire,
oh my god, always think about that.
what would be like, you've got say what, I don't know, 2 minutes or so? What would you grab?
Receipts.
Would you actually?
Yeah, my receipts and my pictures mainly. I have a lot of things gathered, stuff that I don't want to like always think about if something is going to burn or whatever.
So what is it about the receipts that's so important to you? Can you explain a bit about what they...
Like the one for myself, which is something I paid my money with, something like I worked for, that my parents didn't give me, and stuff that I've been wanting for ages or stuff like that. I would like it to be bigger, but I'm quite happy it's small because, like, yeah, I can see everything. Like, if I never lose anything in my room. It's like my mum's okay with it. She doesn't really care. Like, my granddad's like, Amira, like, you can't pray in your room with all those pictures. And I was like, okay, granddad, I'll pray somewhere else, because it's like, it's not private between you and God. It's you and God and other people having a conversation. So I was like, oh, okay.
So do you pray in your room?
I don't pray at all, but I like to make my granddad think I do. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go upstairs or something. So you pray. It's when you're praying, it's like you read parts of the Quran, you bow and then you go down. You pray like you go on the floor like 4 times. So a prayer is 4 rak'ahs. So you have to do 4 and 4. I don't want to say I'm not Muslim because you never know. There might be a chance God is real.
I would do want to be proud of my bedroom. It's always quite messy, so I'm not often too proud of it. I think that because if you walked into my bedroom, you wouldn't immediately jump to the conclusion that it's a girl's bedroom. The posters on the wall are a bit, well, it's just full of bands. I think you can tell quite a lot about me from everything that's on the wall. You could just kind of gaze quite a lot about what I'm into, where I've been. There's quite a few photos on the wall. And it's just like everything I enjoy is really up there. I've got plane tickets up there. I think one of them is from when I went to New York with the school, where I went to Colombia to visit my brother. Well, especially the one to Colombia, that's like the biggest trip I've done, and I did that all on my own. I was 16. I keep tickets because it reminds me where I've been. But I use Tumblr. They can follow the blog, and then I've made a few. Like you can message people. I've made a couple friends that way. I trust Tumblr as a website a bit more than I trust Facebook or Twitter. You get kind of communities on Tumblr, and everyone's just really friendly, and I know not to do completely stupid things.
I know most people do, but I don't know why either, because I've never been very good at keeping my room tidy, and I think that kind of, well, it's not a sacred space to me, but I mean I like it, but I don't feel like it's like everything in my life, whatever. I don't feel like I need to feel safe, like in my room to feel safe. It looks like it's all special, but it's not that special. Oh, definitely that photo album. Because it's just the most beautiful thing ever. My mum and dad made it for me.
Oh.
For my last birthday. I used to play the harp, but I kind of got it and I was like, oh my god, I really want to play the harp. And then and my granddad's like, I'll play a harp, because he just sold his house, so he was like, yeah, he's one of those people that won't buy me anything unless it's gonna like last me my whole life or something. So he bought me this harp, and I just never really played it. But I'm gonna play it. Well, you just pick one out, and then you read it, and that's what you need for the day. Compassion. It's just one guy. He's like, he's so cool. I'm so definitely gonna marry him. Like, I got my dad to play him on the radio because he's not very famous. I was like, oh, he just definitely deserves to be really famous, and he is. And then, and she was like, you're playing my friend Cosmo on the radio? I was like, oh my god, I never shot the radio. Oh my god.
This summer I went like for every day collecting something weird that I found. I think most of it's like fallen or been lost now, but like I did at one point have like 5 shoes. I had like some sunglasses. Just kind of like every little thing I just had like a miniature story behind it of just like where I'd found it and like what, and then I could remember, oh, that day I remember what I did. So it's just kind of nice to remember that stuff. When I got them, I think they had more value, but now because I can't quite remember what each of them like signifies, they don't have as much value to me. Like just after the summer I looked through them and I was like, oh, that was a funny day. Just like on like, sounds really bad, just like on the streets. It was just, I was just like a little collector, just decided to collect loads of weird things. I think it all started with that traffic cone. My friend decided that she had to bring back to my. She just found it and she like had it. She decided to like put it on her head, and she had that on her head for quite a while. But like I had a boyfriend a bit ago, and like he for my birthday present, like because he knew I loved chocolate and Cadbury's especially, got me like a bar of Cadbury's every day, a month. So like, and then I stuck them all up on my wall. I like the idea of like collecting that much of one thing, like using it to like display and make a decoration, because it's quite cool. But like, I don't know, I don't really know what else I would do it with. I know they seem to always turn up, and now I feel really bad because they're probably like someone else's. Yeah, that's why they're not as significant anymore, because I don't really know why I've got them.
Our friends, they creep in, and all the rest.
I like have a lot of like I don't know how to describe them, but like sort of like nostalgic feelings. Well, I've sort of like grown up in it, and it's got more of my history in it, and it's like the one place where I can like express me. That I made that bit on a camp that I go on every year. It's a dream catcher. My dad gave them to me because he like finds dead birds and like gets dead birds sometimes. But they're pheasant feathers and they're owl feathers. That mirror is I think it's my mum's or something, but I just really like it. It's really like magical. And my godmother gave me that. It's like apparently to like watch over you. I spend like basically all of my time in my bedroom and trying to spend more time downstairs. Like I don't really spend time in the sitting room or downstairs. Watching films and doing my work and going on Instagram and stuff. Well, they're just like crystals that I've got collected over the years, and those fairies are things that I had when I was little. Well, they sort of, I think they help like cleanse the area. They're like incense, oils that Mum got from Morocco, sage, Palo Santo. It's like what the Native Americans used to burn to like, it's like a root, or I think it's a root, or yeah, bark. I think it's bark, yeah. And it's meant to like probably do the same as sage, like cleanse.
I suppose it represents more my creative side, other than, I mean, I'm doing quite uncreative subjects at school, so it's an area where I get to kind of just do whatever I want with it. But up until a certain age, it's just kind of where you keep your stuff, and then maybe from there on it's more about like what you want other people to see of your stuff. I tend to think about what other people would see of them more as you start kind of like thinking about what you're wearing, think about who comes into your room. It's really personal, so you kind of want people to see the side of you want them to see.
Oh my god, I can't get the way she said it. I'd rather do it with your little twizzly things, but I'll try.
She just said wrap it round and then clip it.
I know.
It was like...
I'm doing that bit. It's kind of spazzing up, which is what she said.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do, isn't it? Like, I think she was just saying use the things instead of like what I'm doing with my finger right now. So.
It does to it. See, it's almost like a diary, isn't it, your stuff?
Yeah.
It's like logging experience.
And like
It's
a
different.
few from gigs, so like Matthew and me, those two and things to go to.